Hello there guys, welcome back to another C# tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to speak about the else statement. Basically the else statement uh, get executed whenever the if part does not execute. In order to make this understandable, let's consider this example. Let's write a program to tell if a given number is odd or even. So how do you do that? Well, basically, system console write enter an integer, okay, and n equal end of our system console read line. Okay, so now we got the number. Now we check if the number is odd. If n modulus 2 equals 1, this means the number is odd. So basically, system console write line odd. Okay, if the number is not odd, it's 100% even. So basically, let's say console write line even. So let's have a look what's going on here. Basically, the compiler, when the compiler sees this condition, if this condition evaluates to true, or actually when the computer sees this, if the condition here evaluates to true, it's going to execute this statement. If the condition over here evaluates to false, it will go directly to the else part. So in every case, when this if statement, this is one statement by the way, when this if statement gets executed, okay, only one part of it will display the result, either this part if the condition evaluates to true, or this part if the condition evaluates to false. Okay, so let's try it out and see if it works. So I'm going to enter here 3, so it's odd. I'm going to enter here 10, and it's even. So ours are good. Now, to demonstrate that, I'm going to replace this here. I'm going to replace this condition. Comment this out. I don't want to rewrite things here. I will just write it true. True here means that the condition is being evaluated to true. So if it's true, regardless of what's happening, this part will always evaluate to true. Okay, and this would result in displaying the word even all the time. This part will never be reached. So let's try this out. And let's see. I'm gonna enter 3. It's odd. However, if I enter 10, it will still display odd regardless, because here I put the condition. This is true. Okay, so far so good, I suppose. Now, what if you put false over here and run again? So now I'm gonna enter 3. It's gonna say it's even. Let's say enter 10. It's even all the time, because this condition evaluates to false, so the even statement will always be executed. Okay, now we are putting this the way it was, and now it's going to check for odd and even correctly. So if we enter 3, this is odd. If we enter 10, this is even. Now it's working. So now we have demonstrated how the if else pattern works. Okay, and as you might have guessed, the else part is optional, because we didn't work on the else in the previous tutorial. We didn't mention that at all. Now, one last thing I want to mention before moving to the next example is the last last tutorial, we were able to run multiple statements by putting these brackets. Okay, same goes for else. You might want to put this one here, put this one here, no problem. Okay, so all these statements will be, if you have multiple statements between these brackets, they will be part of the else. Okay, if you have multiple statements here, they will be part of the of the if statement that will get executed when the condition evaluates is true. Okay, so we've just finished the first example. Let's get another example. Let's say that someone's asking you to check or display the number of number of days per year. Basically, the number of days 300 65. However, if it is a leap year, that is one extra day. So how do you evaluate that? Well, basically, uh, enter a year. Okay, so um, we would say f n modulus 4 equals 0. In that case, system console right line leap year, and if there is not leap, so let's say 366. Okay, system console right line 365 days. Okay, okay, so it's something like that. Now let us run this and see enter year. Let's say 2013 basically. Okay, let's check 14. Okay, maybe 2016, something like this. Okay, now this might not be exactly accurate, but anyway, as far as I know, the year should be divisible by 4. Also, the year should not be at the end of a century. So this part is checking if the year is divisible by 4, and another part should be saying it's not end of the century. Now the part here, you see this symbol explanation mark equals, this means not equal. In other words, the modulus of dividing the year by 100 doesn't equal 0. Okay, so if it is divisible by 0 and the result, if it is divisible by 100 and the result equals to 0, this means it's the end of the century. Okay, so let's try this out. If we enter 2000, okay, it doesn't say it's a leap year, although 2000 is divisible by 4. Okay, so yeah, if we enter, let's say 2004, it would say it's a leap year. Okay, so yeah, I hope this simple example is understandable. Basically, we put two conditions here, and if this one doesn't get executed, second get executed. It's as simple as that. Okay, so let us take another example. In this case, you are required to enter an hour in the 24 format, and the program should tell you if it is day or night. So I'm gonna change this a little bit. Enter hour 0 to 23. Okay, so basically if the hour is between 0 and 12, this means it's the morning hours. Okay, so you could say n is greater than or equal to 0 and n is smaller than 12. In that case, we would say system console right line AM. So we know it's morning. Otherwise, if it's not the morning, it is evening. Right line PM. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Let's try this out. Let's say right now I have it's 2, so basically it's AM. Let's say if it's the hour 13, it's 1 PM. This is what it means. You might want to display the hour as well, so it let us make it a little bit more intelligent and useful program. So how do you get the hour? Uh, Basically, you could say int h equal what? Uh, yeah, well, this is easy. We just write n plus, yeah. However, it's p. If it is pm, in that case, we could just say m minus 12, right? Yeah. So let us try this out. So now, let's say it's a 3, so it's 3 a.m. No problem. So what if we say it's 14? It's 2 p.m. What if we say it is 13? It's 1 p.m. Yeah. So in this case, this example is a little bit more useful. Okay. So it's working as converting hours from 24 to 12 hours. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Now this was not very accurate here. Why? Because if you are entering hour 0, is it actually 12 a.m. So we need to put another check here. So if n equals 0, this means n equals 12. Okay, I'm gonna change this here a little bit as well. Gonna say n equals n minus 12, and also if n equals 0, that case n equals 12. Okay, so this way, now check this out. Here we used an if statement inside this bigger if statement. Okay, but this one will not get executed unless this part get evaluated true, and we know that this statement is nested within this statement. So yeah, I suppose this is not very difficult to understand. So let's try it out and see if it works. So if I enter 0 hour 0, it's actually 12 a.m. If I enter 12, it means 12 p.m. Okay, yeah. So this is all I wanted to tell you about this tutorial. Just else statement. If the condition here doesn't evaluate true, you will execute the else part. If the condition evaluates true, you will execute the if part. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Bye bye.